Welcome to the pub. This is Susan O'Rourke. I'm here with Zig Zeitler, and the pub is packed today. Even though it's beautiful out, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why the pub is packed today.
Well, that happens sometimes,
Yeah,
you know.
just dragged everybody out, said, it's a gorgeous day, let's get out, go to the pub.
They want to
spend
be in
the day
the cool, dark
in the
pub instead out in
Do you
the
know
hot
that the Irish
sun.
invented sunblock? Did you know that?
Did they really?
Yeah, you know what they called it?
What?
The pub.
That does make a little sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Very interesting.
Okay, so we're like in the middle, the smack in the middle of August.
Smack in the middle.
Can you believe it? The smack in the middle of August already.
Incredible.
I know. Well, you know what? I'm happy about it. Don't write me any angry emails, but, I'm the winter lover, so the closer to the end of summer we get, the closer we get to the beginning of winter.
I don't know.
Let the snow blow. No, I like autumn a lot. I really like October. So I'm looking forward to fall. Cooler breezes and sweaters and sweatshirts and
I like
raking
summer.
leaves, things like that.
Summer's
I love it.
much nicer.
Yeah, I know you say that, but
Much nicer.
you're not ever out there, sunbathing or anything.
Because I have to be in here working all the
Because you're in the
time.
pub. That's why.
Yeah.
You're in the pub. So it shouldn't matter what it's doing outside.
Well, yeah. Well,
Anyway, you know what happens when it gets towards the middle of August?
What?
When it's in the middle of August, it means that the Great Lakes Gathering is right around the corner. And that's the Irish festival that's coming up August 27th. So I'm starting to get a little bit excited, to say the least, that it's around the
Yeah.
corner, and we get to see all the great musicians that are coming our way. But today, we're going to listen to a couple of those that are going to be at the festival this year on the pub today.
Cool.
But also we're going to listen to a little bit of music that most likely, and I'm just saying this, I don't know this for sure because I'd have to actually take a poll, but most likely most of our listeners have not heard of Fingal. And Fingal is a three-piece, and it's made up of three really phenomenal players, one of which is James Keane on accordion, Randall Bays on fiddle. We've had him at the White Crow before, Randall. And Datai Sproul on guitar and vocals. And Datai we've had as well. And we've seen these guys play in a lot of different formations with a lot of different other musicians. But this is really a very nice grouping. The three of them together.
Cool.
And I'm going to kind of showcase it a little bit today so that you get a real good taste of what this recording is about.
New stuff is always good.
It's not exactly, I don't think it's a particularly new CD, actually. I think it's,
What's new for the show?
yeah, it's definitely new for the show. I don't think
I'm
I've
sure it will be
played
new
any
for
of,
some people out there.
yeah, I think it was like late 2000s, like maybe 2008, 2009, right around there, I think. So, I mean, when you compare it to like Irish music in general, yes, it's brand spanking new.
Yeah. You got that right.
So we're going to listen to a little bit off of this CD, and the first three cuts that we're going to listen to are going to be really great examples of different types of tune sets. The first one is going to be a set of reels. The second recording we're going to hear is going to be a set of jigs. And the third recording we're going to hear is going to be a set of hornpipes and reels. Hornpipes, as I always say, are my favorite. The first one is going to be the Old Wexford, Little Molly, the Canuck Heifer, which are reels. And then we are going to hear the Hag's Purse, the Sturgeon, the Tenpenny Bit, which are jigs. And then Bob McQuillan's, the College Groves, the Maidens of Mitchellstown, and the Humours of Lawfrey. The Humours of Lawfrey. And those are hornpipes and reels. So I think you're going to enjoy these guys, as I know you're going to enjoy these guys.
Yeah.
So let's give a listen to Fingal. we are enjoying the music of Fingal. And Fingal is a three-piece that is comprised of James Keane on accordion, Randall Bays on fiddle, Datai Sproul on guitar and vocals. And, I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to read just a little bit about these guys to you, so that you get a little bit more of a sense of who they are. Fingal brings the fruits of 3 lifetimes in traditional Irish music to their first recording as a trio. Speaking geographically, James, Randall, and Datai are all transplants, meaning that they all kind of immigrated of sorts, not
Right.
always across the ocean, but none of them are living where they were born and raised.
Right.
James, from Dublin City, moved to Queens, New York. Randall, who is originally from Indiana, now lives in the Seattle area of Washington State. And Datai is from the city of Derry, who has transplanted himself into the Twin Cities of Minnesota. But none have ever strayed far from their true musical home deep in the roots of the hearty rhythms and heartfelt emotions of Irish dance, music, and song. With these performances, many recorded before a live audience, Fingal will take you home with them. Enjoy the trip. And they really are delightful. These recordings are a mix of studio recordings as well as live recordings. I love live recordings always because of the fact that they're live and it's not...
There's always some magic about being live, because every time a band performs live, it's always going to be performed just a little bit different. The nuances, of course, are going to be different. The timing can vary just a little bit. People might select a little bit different notation. And a lot of times there's always a few surprises that are a lot of fun.
Great. Well, we're going to listen a little bit more to Fingal. In the middle of a couple of songs, though, we're going to get, I think, Liam's picks. Liam, the extra large leprechaun, is going to be here to give us our calendar.
All right.
So make sure you have something to write with. If you're driving, maybe you shouldn't turn your phone on to record it, but pull over and write down the dates that you want to remember. Don't kill anybody when you're driving. But we want you to get the notes and know where to be this coming week for some really great live music. So we're going to listen a little bit more to Fingal. The next piece is Bonnie Light Horseman. It's one of my favorite traditional ballads. It's about one of the Napoleon Wars. He had a lot of them, didn't he? Napoleon did a lot of battling. He was he was like a little ankle biter, wasn't he?
Yeah, kind of a warmonger.
He was a warmonger, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to hear Bonnie Light Horseman. Then we're going to hear, let me see, a set of, it's actually a set dance, and a hornpipe, which is the job of the journey work and the steam fitter. And then after Liam, we're going to hear The Riddle of the Rum and Lord MacDonald's Reel. So it's both a song and a tune combined. So,
Well, let's hear it.
okay.
When Bonaparte commanded his troops for to stand, and he mounted his cannons all over the land, and he mounted his cannons, the whole victory to gain, and he slew my true lover, returning from Spain. Broken-hearted I'll wander for the loss of my lover. He's my bonny light horseman, in the wars he was slain. And if you could see my true love on a cold winter's day, with his rosy red cheeks and his curly brown hair, while mounted on horseback, the whole victory to gain, and it's on the field of battle great honour did gain. Broken-hearted I'll wander for the loss of my lover. He's my bonny light horseman, in the wars he was slain. And the dove she laments for her her mate as she flies. Oh, where, tell me, where is my true love, she cries. And where in this wide world is there one to compare to my bonny light horseman was slain in the wars? Broken-hearted I'll wander for the loss of my lover. He's my bonny light horseman, in the wars he was slain. And if I was an eagle and had wings to fly, I would fly to the place where my true love does lie, and with my great flapping wings his wounds I would heal, and contented forever on his breast I'd remain. Broken-hearted I'll wander for the loss of my lover. He's my bonny light horseman, in the wars he was slain.
Well, hello everybody, it's Liam the Extra Large Leprechaun, just relaxing after a very busy weekend at the Sparta Celtic Festival last weekend. It was a great show, Friday and Saturday night. We talked about it a lot before this, but I just got to tell you, it was an amazing event, and we got a lot coming up, so let's get right into it. Of course, tonight, you know, we always have the Celtic Jam with Hooley, better known as the Sessions at the Steinhaus up in Bay City. We talk about it every week. We hope you'll go up and check it out. Tomorrow, Wednesday the 17th, you notice no more Wear Your Kilt Wednesdays because the Sparta Celtic Fest was last weekend, but there is, of course, the Conklin Irish Sessions at the Conklin Bar, way over by Grand Rapids if you're that way. Listen on Friday night, the 19th, an amazing show at the Ark. The one and only Doogie McLean. Everybody knows him from Caledonia. An incredible show coming up. If you haven't got tickets, you better get on the Ark's website and double check into that. You can click right on it on MI Irish's schedule of Irish and Celtic events. Just go right to Friday the 19th, 8 p.m., Ann Arbor, Doogie McLean. Click that on to give you all the details. I think there's even a link to purchase tickets right there. So, try and get to that one if you can. I got to tell you, my favorite Doogie McLean story was being on stage at the 2014 Milwaukee Irish Fest for the scattering at the end on Sunday with about 100 plus musicians playing along and 10,000 plus people singing Caledonia with Doogie leading it. It's something I'll always remember. It's a lifelong memory. And speaking of the Milwaukee Irish Fest, it starts this Thursday. If you haven't gone over for one of the Irish classes that goes on, all the music and dance classes and history and all those things, all the schools started Monday of this week, yesterday. But the actual festival itself opens on Thursday and runs through Sunday. We don't have it on our calendar, all of it anyways, because it's in Milwaukee, but there is a link on our page to the Milwaukee Irish Fest with all the information. Just go to www.irishfest.com. It is the world's largest Irish Fest, and it takes place this week. It's well worth a look at. If you haven't got hotel reservations already and you want to go, get busy because it's very difficult to find a great place to stay, but it's well worth. And I tell everybody in the Irish music business, you need to make the pilgrimage some year to the Milwaukee Irish Fest. It's always this time of year. It's the 36th annual this year, and again, starts on Thursday. On Saturday in Parnell, there's a concert on the porch featuring our good friends Pete and the Creel. That's on there, and then, of course, at 8 p.m., the Celtic Connections radio show from Southern Illinois University. On Sunday, all our regular sessions and radio shows, and you can find all of those on our page. And then Monday, of course, at 4 o'clock, it's the Michigan Irish Music Cafe radio show. And later that evening, Blarney on the air with our good friend Shay Clark. Check them all out. They're on MI Irish schedule of Irish and Celtic events. And don't forget, put on your calendar for the 27th of this month, just a couple weeks away, we've got the Great Lakes Gathering. Go to www.greatlakesgathering.com for all the details. And as always, my friends, stay Irish.
I think we will.
Doing our best, Liam, doing our best. Okay, so great events coming up. Of course, we are pushing the Great Lakes Gathering. So we're going to listen just a little bit to a couple of tunes off of Ballads Rule OK is the name of the CD. And that's by the Screaming Orphans, who happen to be the four Diver sisters from Northern Ireland. And they are one of the top Celtic rock groups that's out there today. And we're going to hear just a little bit from them right now.
Let's hear them scream. That was some screaming by those
Yeah,
orphans.
they're not screamers. So anyway, they're a great group, 4 sisters from Northern Ireland called the Screaming Orphans, and they're going to be doing a great mix of Celtic rock and kind of poppy.
Kinda
Yeah,
poppy.
it's like the Bangles meet the Blarney kind of mix is what
The old
they are.
Partridge Family.
Yep, they have that poppy kind of sound to them. I like it.
They do. I liked it too.
Yep.
It's fun stuff. They have it's a kind of a sweet voice.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Also, coming into the gathering, we have Soltre. Soltre is also kind of very much on the cutting edge. They do Irish traditional pieces, but they give it a very American sense to it.
Yeah.
And we're going to play a cut-off of their Soltre, Wherever You Are CD. And this is one of my favorite cuts off of it. The name of the song is called Black is the Color of My True Love's Hair, which is a traditional piece, and many of you have heard it recorded in a lot of different ways. This has a very nice cross of an Irish sense as well as that old fingerstyle kind of bluesy guitar stuff going on in it,
Okay.
which I think is a really wonderful mix because the Irish invented the blues. That's what I think. So anyway, let's listen
Right.
to this song from Soltre.
Black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like the roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hand. I love the ground whereon she stands. I love my love as well she knows. I love the ground whereon she goes. I wish the day it will soon come when she and I will be as one. Black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like the roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hand. I love the ground whereon she stands. I go to the Clyde and mourn and weep, but satisfied I ne'er shall be. I'll write a letter, a few short lines, and suffer death 1,000 times. Black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like the roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hand. I love the ground whereon she stands. Yes, I love the ground whereon she stands.
Very nice.
Yep, now that's Soltre. And they're going to be at the gathering as well. We've had Soltre up in Saginaw before.
Yeah.
They made the trip up, and they did a fabulous concert to a wonderful audience
They
here
sure did, yeah.
at the White Crow. And I'm really looking forward to having them. There's 5 great musicians involved in Soltre. Sean Ellsworth Hoffman on fiddle, guitar, vocals. Rick Wiley on mandolin, octave mandolin, tenor banjo vocals. Nolan Ladusky on flute, whistles, guitar, bowron vocals. Eric Feichner on bowron vocals, fiddle. Adam Carter on guitar, clawhammer, banjo, and harmony vocals, and they do an absolutely fabulous job. They are the majority of this band is down in central and northern Indiana. I believe one of the band members is from the southern west part of Michigan as well. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. But we're excited to have them at the gathering. The lineup so far at the gathering is going to be the Screaming Orphans, Patty's Cure, which is a Michigan band, great Michigan band. Pete and the Creel is also a Michigan band. Soltra, Finvar's Wren, which is one of our favorite traditional bands, bar none. Mick Gavin and Crossroads Cayley is going to be here, as well as the Water Street Cayley Band, which is our session band that plays over at the Steinhaus every Tuesday. So
Right.
there'll be some people that you know. Auburn Glen Highland Dancers are going to be there. Caroline Kilmer School of Dance, Motor City Irish Dancers, Liam the Extra Large Leprechaun, beer and whiskey and cultural
Language.
tents and Irish language workshops with Devin Taylor Blankenship. Catherine Kohler's coming up from Mississippi to do children's workshops, and the Children's Museum over here in Saginaw is going to be hosting the children's tent along with Hidden Harvest and
Cool.
the Underground Railroad. So there's going to be lots and lots to do.
Also, there's going to be an extra large leprechaun.
Yes, I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I said Liam. He was kind of in the mix, because I was
Yeah.
talking very quick because
Right.
we have this timeline. So I'm going to end right away with a song from one of our favorites, which is Donie Carroll, and he's going to be doing the great song Dan O'Hara, and Larry O'Gaff. It ends with a jig. So until next week, stay well and safe home.
And we'll see you next week. And don't forget the festival. We'll see you at the festival. That's coming up real soon. So see you then.
Sure, 'tis poor I am today, for God gave and took away, and He left without a home, poor and O'Hara. With me matches in me hand, in the frost and snow I stand. So it's here I am today, broken hearted. Oh, well, a cush like Galmacree, won't you buy a box for me? You'll have the prayers of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you'll go, from your broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara. In the year of 64, we had acres by the score, the grandest land you ever laid a plough through. But the landlord came, and he laid our poor home low. So it's here I am today, broken-hearted. Oh, well, a cush like Galmacree, won't you buy a box for me? You'll have the prayers of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you'll go, from your broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara. Oh, for 20 years or more did misfortune cross our door. My poor old wife and I, we were parted. We were scattered far and wide, and our children starved and died. So it's here I am today, broken-hearted. Oh, well, a cush like Galmacree, won't you buy a box for me? You'll have the prayers of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you'll go, from your broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara. In the frost and snow I stand, in the shadow of God's hand. It lies warm about the brow of Dan O'Hara, and soon with God above I will meet the ones I love, and I'll find the joy I lost in Connemara. Oh, well, a cush the Galmacree, once you buy a box from me, you'll have the praise of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you'll go, from your broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara. Oh, well, a cush the Galmacree, once you buy a box from me, you'll have the praise of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you'll go, from your broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara.
So I'm wondering, how did the extra large leprechaun get so large? Was he small first? I wonder.